this video, we're going to talk about how to translate English phrases to mathematical expressions. Now, I already uploaded a video about this, but in this video, I'll give a little bit more complicated examples. So let's say you have to translate this statement. The product of 3 times a number minus 4 and the square of the number plus 2 equals the sum of twice the number and 7. So notice that we already have equals here. So that means it's already an equation. And now let's analyze each word in the statement. The product of, so that means multiplication, right? The product of 3 times the number minus 4 and the square of the number. So that means x squared plus 2 equals the sum of twice the number, so that means addition, and then twice the number and 7. So this is our final answer. Next, the product of the difference between the cube of a number and twice the square of the number. So that means multiplication as well, right? And then inside your parenthesis, you have subtraction. So the product of the difference between the cube of a number is x cubed, and twice the square. Difference between the cube of the number and twice the square of the number. So that means minus 2x squared. And the sum of the number and 3, so that means x plus 3, equals the square of the sum of the number and its reciprocal. So the square of the sum of the number and its reciprocal, so addition of the number and its reciprocal, squared. So we included the reciprocal in the square because the word here is and. So meaning the square of the number and its reciprocal. So include the reciprocal is included. So this is our final answer. Next, twice the sum of the square of a number and its reciprocal. So that means twice the sum of the square of a number, right? And its reciprocal, so 1 over x, sum of the square of the number and its reciprocal, so this is it, minus the cube of a number, so minus x cubed, amounts to. So when we have amounts to, that also means equals the product of the square root of the number, product, so multiplication. Sorry, so this is square root of a number, square root of x, and the sum of the number and 7. That's it. So this is our final answer. Next, the square of the difference between the square root of a number and 4. So the difference between the square root of a number and 4. So square root of a number and 4 and square of it. Yep. Plus 3 times the product of a number and its square root. Product 3 times the product of a number and its square root, okay, is equivalent, that means equals, to the cube of the number minus 10 times the number. So 10x. So this is our final answer. Okay, last example. The product of the sum of a number and its square. So you have x plus x squared, sum of a number and its squared, and then product multiplication, and the difference between the number and 5, so x minus 5, results in is also equals the square root of the sum, of the cube of the number, so x cubed, and twice the number, and twice the square. Twice the square of a number, so 2x squared. So this is our final answer.